It's Wear Orange Weekend. This is one of many events taking place across the United States to pay tribute to victims of gun violence, which kills 110 people every day in the US. These commemorations happen annually, along with National Gun Violence Awareness Day. But this year, they come off the back of the worst school shooting in a decade, one that's shaken the country.
For God's sake, how much more carnage are we willing to accept? How many more innocent American lives must be taken before we say enough, enough?
As the 19 elementary school students murdered in Uvalde, Texas were being buried, a man killed his doctor and colleagues at a hospital in Tulsa, Oklahoma, having legally purchased a firearm just hours earlier. It's time, says the president, to do something.
We need to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. And if we can't ban assault weapons, then we should raise the age to purchase them from 18 to 21.
After a racially motivated attack in Buffalo, New York that left 10 dead, local politicians did amend state law so that only over 21s with a license can buy semi-automatic rifles. In the House of Representatives, lawmakers are debating similar legislation on a federal level. Yet it'll need Republican support to pass in the Senate. And here's what Democrats in Congress are up against.
So this gun would be banned.
I hope the gun is not loaded.
I'm at my house. I can do whatever I want with my guns.
Whilst progress stalls on Capitol Hill, Americans aren't waiting to make their voices heard. Thousands took to Brooklyn Bridge to raise awareness. Other rallies are planned in cities like Washington, D.C. On the outskirts of the Capitol, as part of the Wear Orange Weekend, families gathered in a local park to share their grief and call for stricter gun control to tackle the constant stream of gun violence shattering their neighborhoods.
Those of us that live in this community, we're exposed to what I call collective trauma, because we hear gunshots every day. We're dodging bullets.
And despite the urgent calls for substantial action, the crisis has only worsened. There have now been more than 200 mass shootings this year alone in the United States. That's about 10 a week. And guns are the most likely cause of death for children in the US. It's left people with a sense of fatigue, numbness, resignation. But even amid the recent spate of shootings, nothing will change. And this uniquely American cycle of senseless tragedies will go on and on. Benji Hire, CGTN, Washington, D.C.